Hi.
I hate it.
How are you?
I hate it so much.
Is everything okay?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hollings Worthless podcast. This will be for Wednesday. No, July 1st. Not June, but it is for Wednesday. July 1st. As always, I'm your host, Big Irish J. And we have
Cocaine.
Kane Holloway.
Hello.
And Kane's a little stressed.
Oh, who isn't? I'm not special.
I always thought you were a little special. You just start crying. That's just what I needed to hear today, man. That was just the one thing. Ah, fuck.
It really sent me
I
over
talked
the
to Kane
edge.
right before this. I called him and he was all fucking worked up. So I was like, I was giving him my supportive voice.
Your supportive voice.
My what?
Your supportive voice?
Say it right, you dumb fuck.
That's not very supportive,
I
nor
know.
is it in supportive voice.
Say it right, you dumb fuck.
You piece of shit. Listen here, stupid. It's everything's stressful.
Yeah.
Everything's stressful, and I'm stressed out, and some days I'm pretty clear. I got a good head on my shoulders, and I'm able to look at everything and go, hey, I can see the bigger picture. But today I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, sometimes you're like, I can see clearly now.
Now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Right?
I was lip syncing to you. We ended the last podcast, Kane, on a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
And we can actually kind of talk out one of the things. So we mentioned on the last one that you and your, I guess now it's your ex-wife, if you want to call it, whatever. The old ball and chain is gone. Freedom! No, you mentioned that you and Kelsey are no longer together.
Yes. Nice
So
and
we-
separated.
I figured we would do a shit on Kelsey episode. I'm just kidding. No, we won't spend a lot of time on that. I think the other one is, the other one's more important news to me. But this one's more. But yeah, you and Kelsey are no longer together. Can you talk about like the marriage?
The marriage is, we're like, Kelsey and I talked about it before leading up to like the announcement and stuff. And it was more just so like, we want to be less,
Together.
we don't want to be as public with our relationship anymore, like with that kind of information, and sort of just leave it on the stage and stuff, because really all I'll say is like we met in our 20s and had a lot of really high highs and a lot of low lows, and then eventually we came together and realized that, like, oh, we need to split up. We were growing apart, and that's what it led to. But I'm still very much have a lot of love and respect for her, and I don't want
Go get that puss, bro. And just so for the record, I still talk to. It's not like we were like fuck Kelsey. It's like I said, this isn't what this podcast is going to be about or talking about.
Yeah.
I just talked to her the other day about
what?
Yeah. Well, we were figuring out when we were going to do the booty call thing.
Sexting?
But,
Is it sexting?
Yeah. But I actually send her pictures of other dudes' dicks. That's like a fucking Postmates for cock. Like, which one would you like?
But it's all the same cock, but it's just in different angles.
Yeah. It's just zoomed in. It's just the skin of the testicle. Fucking gross.
Ew.
Is that the moon's surface? What is that? No, but yeah, so you guys aren't together anymore.
No.
And but yeah, no harm, no foul.
No, I wouldn't change anything
Well, I'm
about.
sure there's a few things.
Well, obviously, but no, if you're a fan of her, and please
then
continue.
you can't be a fan of Kane's.
Don't you dare message me.
You gotta pick one, you motherfuckers.
But
Kane
no.
or fuck Kelsey. Make a decision.
See, this is what I wanted to avoid. No, I mean, I'm sad, and it's tough to talk about. But please continue to be a fan of Kelsey, and I want her to succeed still, and I don't know.
I'm just laughing because you have to. It's like I know like all this is, but it's like Anyway,
it's weird. It's like you still have love and for that person. It's like, but you're still broken up. So I know people want to go, well, because people are all about that tea is what I'm realizing, and people
the tea.
The gossip.
Something about that tea and a what? Talking about that.
But no, just I am heartbroken, but it's good.
You sounded.
It is good. It's a good.
You're saying it so clinical. That's why I'm laughing. You're like, well, I mean, I am heartbroken. I've had suicidal thoughts.
Yes.
But I wish her the best.
Yeah, dude. It's just I'm writing bits about it. So like, that's the other thing. It's gonna live on stage. Like if you come and when things open up and we're able to go back on stage, like you'll get to hear bits and pieces of like what the relationship was like and dealing with the breakup and everything. I'd rather just keep it on stage,
Sure.
So
come see him 2022.
Yeah. And I just don't want I don't want to give I don't think like anybody is really. That's why I didn't post anything on Instagram about it, because I'm like, that stuff is for me and her.
Yeah. And my podcast.
And for Jason. Everything is for Jason.
Have you done like the speech or the talk or whatever, so to speak, on I say it so flippant, whatever about your little stupid fucking marriage. Have you talked about it on any of your other podcasts? Just so like
don't take bullshit. But basically what I said here is what I said there, like we grew apart, and like it was amicable, and there's still, still love and all that stuff there, but but she's a bitch. No, I'm just joking.
I know. I'm also laughing because it's like, it's just what we do. Like when my mom died, Kane, and I said this on posts, and sometimes I wonder, because as we are, Kane, you know how we are with like the most delicate emotional shit. We think of the most heinous, hurtful, fucking dark shit. Yes. But I was like, when I was going through my mom passing, like you, Dwayne, all these comics. I mean, there was some that and it's all of it is appreciated. Some people, there were no jokes. It's just like, I'm so sorry. Anything I can do, appreciated. But I'll be honest with you, the fucking shit where you're like, Jesus Christ, dude, that's my fucking mom that just died, but I'm dying laughing, dude. That is the best, because
what was the one I called you when you were picking out the casket, and you were like, what did you said something like, great timing, and I go, oh yeah, man, I said something to I really messed up that moment.
Yeah. I think you also said something like, she's not going anywhere, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
like and then like it was like it was like the next day after you buried her, and you're like can't again. I called you when you were in the middle of doing family stuff, and you're like, great timing again, Kane. Like, I'm in the middle of family stuff after I buried my mom in all caps, and I was like, get over it. That was yesterday. Quit in the past, stupid.
Oh, dude, it's the best though. I mean, I told you, I think I even mentioned it on the podcast. Dwayne Goads was my favorite. Did I tell you Dwayne?
Oh, yeah.
And just because it was, out of the
Fucking
blue.
cops.
It was the ending of this whole thing about I went through it with my dad, and the joke was perfect, and it was such a Dwayne Goad joke, which for those that don't know, he said he had this very heartfelt message, and he ended with when you said in the video that she did not have corona. He's like, I've been watching the news so much. First thing I thought was, fucking cops, man. So fucking perfect, dude.
Yeah, dude. Well, I talked to her when I talked to her
My
on
mom?
the phone. Yeah, I was like, Jay hates you.
Yeah. Did you talk to her through a medium or an
Yeah.
extra large? Because it was me. I thought you were going to get that.
I kept saying, call me Howard.
Oh my God! Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh, and she did.
She did.
Times. Holy shit! For those that don't know, the day my mom died, the only thing she said was in the morning, and she was calling Howard, which was my grandfather, her dad. Holy fuck, Kane!
It was the ultimate prank.
Oh God!
I went out of body, became a spirit.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh well, that's also a metaphor for your relationship with Kelsey. You're out of her body now, and she's probably fucking someone named Howard. Boom! Fucking bring it around. No, but the fact that you're the love of your life is over and that's dead is a good segue to the other announcement. We just made a quick announcement last week, and we could talk about the roller coaster of where we're at right now. So Kane is Kane's you're living with some of your roommates with someone, and it's like temporary, we'll say.
Yeah. It's got an expiration date, like somebody I used to know.
Oh God, like that relationship. So I was originally going to get a place like April of this year, but then the COVID shit put everything on hold. So I've been wanting to get a place, and talking to Kane, we were like, all right, let's get a place. And we were like, okay, cool. And then we were like, okay, where do we want to get a place? Do we want to get something LA, Vegas, Boston, somewhere else, Denver, wherever? And then we were like, okay, let's do Vegas. And we were thinking about all the money we can save. We can get a 3-bedroom, blah, blah, blah. So then we were talking about that. And then we just talked today, and Kane's got a lot of stokes in the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Right now in LA, and is like, fuck, I don't know if I can do Vegas. So now we're talking about, all right, so if we stay in LA, we're probably not going to get the same bang for our buck, but can we get something, so that now we're talking about that. But and are you by the way, are you coming out here?
Oh fuck, I did a bunch of I'm gonna come. I just have to get my car checked out first so I can make the drive, but yeah, I'm gonna come.
So that's also part of your relationship, something Kelsey never said while you guys were together. I'm gonna come. So
That's great.
when you do get out here, we can make some calls, because what I might do is when you go back, I might go back with you, and then you should come through the 4th of July weekend.
Oh yeah, that's a grand idea.
And then
that's a damn good one.
Yeah. But yeah, so Kane and I are most likely going to be roomies, and we have some projects we can work on. We'll be roommates, so we can fucking some pretty good ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're pretty good ideas.
I was talking with Tiffany, fan of yours, and then she got the Princess Shuri drawing she requested for her niece, and I've been talking with her. She's my new favorite person, by the way.
She's the best.
I told her she's got like a real poetic way that she speaks when she was talking, and she was talking about coming out to New Orleans when everything opens back up, so we can go do haunted stuff. So we can go to the haunted hotels and stuff. And
you look like you have no arms. You just have hands on your shoulder. So you're like, Haunted stuff.
We're
Look at
gonna-
it. It's like that. Ah.
We're gonna go do haunted stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And did she tell you like her past work?
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
So-
good shit.
Yeah, she's the best. And so shout out to
Yeah.
Tiffany for being awesome. And so yeah, I'm stoked for the work, and hopefully, like the dynamics of trying to go to Vegas, like the more I waited out, it started to stress me out. I'm like, I'm gonna have to come back anyway, a bunch, and then that's gonna eat into my money. So even though I'd be saving money living in Vegas, I'd still be spending a ass load to just get back to go do the thing that is starting to make money.
Yeah.
And then I was like, fuck, why would I leave now then? That actually doesn't make any sense. So the more I thought about it, I was like, as if I didn't have Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers and working with All Things Comedy and stuff, then I would be more inclined to go. But as of now, plus I just want to get back to work anyway. So when it gets down to it, it's like, we can still like leave from our spot wherever we end up in LA, and then go to the clubs and just like fucking ride with each other to the clubs. Cause a lot of that stuff is, you're going to be there a long time, but if you got somebody you can go with,
Yeah.
and roll with, then it's a lot easier to go and be in those rooms.
And we can do like when we first came down, like we used to do everywhere, where we just go and shit on everyone.
That was some of my favorite. I was actually telling Jackie the other day, my friend Jackie, about, because she's from Seattle, but she started
What?
No,
What
don't
happened?
start that.
What?
Don't start that shit.
I didn't say anything.
It's just a friend.
Jack Jr.?
No, not Jack Jr. Jackie Brown.
Oh, Jackie.
Jackie,
Oh.
yeah. My friend Jackie Brown. Yeah, good friend of mine. Also a comedian. I'm very respectful of her time and her presence. What?
Oh, nothing. I'm just listening.
Stop doing that. No wonder your mom wanted out. I fucking go too if I had to listen to
Oh,
We're out of ketchup? Somebody went to the store. I specifically asked for ketchup. She's just like, Howard.
You also probably want to leave because, you had other options like Jackie. I'm sure somebody else probably felt that same way too. Anyway, so you were saying?
Ow. My heart. Jay.
So that's also what my mom said. Oh, fuck. Sanford and Son. I'm coming. Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah,
let's talk what we're talking about. Oh,
yeah. You're talking to Jackie.
I was talking to Jackie. Anyway, I was talking with Jackie, and I was telling her about when we were sitting around at Tacoma Comedy Club in that back room, right? Do you remember when we were talking about how like the open mic needed warm-up music? Like the club they don't do warm-up music for each comic.
Yeah.
Like the Parlor does, or like the Parlor used to do. So Tacoma Comedy Club would just bring you up. They'd bring up the host, and then it would be the fucking Macklemore music or whatever music's kicking that night. And then on a regular weekend show, and then the host would bring up the feature, and it would be dead quiet unless specifically requested music. But for the most part, no music is put up for each comic. So we were talking about that, and then we were asking each other what would be your walk-up song for the open mic. And it was Coletta that said it would be y'all ready for this? Oh
yeah.
Remember that? So then
yeah.
he was next. So he was waiting in the wings. And remember when they called up his name, we all in the back collectively went, y'all ready for this? And then that became a trend for the open mic, is that anybody that was sit in that circle, when you went up, you had to go up and wait for us to be done singing.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. No. Do you remember? Were you at the Ha when here in LA, our buddy Craig Lowy, you know Lowy.
Oh yeah, I've been around
Yeah.
for Lowy meltdowns.
Well, were you there at the one where he fucking? So let me, for people that don't know, so let me set up pretty much any LA open mic is 0 audience members, and it could be anywhere from 5 to 15 comics, usually 3 years or under. But like you and myself, we've been doing it for a while, but I still like working new jokes. I will go to the open mic. So we would go to the haha where you pay $5 for 5 minutes. And so we're there, and Lowy goes up, Craig Lowe goes up, and he's going through his, and also when you're doing these mics, if you get a exhale of breath, that qualifies as a laugh, and that'll probably crush at a show. So he's just going through, he's rattling his jokes off, and he's getting nothing. And so he ended it by looking around, and he goes, well, I'm the funniest motherfucker in this room. And then I think he dropped the mic and got off, and I was next. And I was just laughing. And so I was like, wow. I went up and I go, how do I follow that? And then that's been like the running joke with Lowy now. He's like he'll text me or something, and I'll go, who's this? I don't have a name. I just have funniest motherfucker in this phone saved to this number. Yeah, dude. I mean, those. I would love to get back to those. I mean, I kind of got. I don't know if it was burnt or just kind of, not disenchanted with. I don't know what the right word is. Maybe burnt. It's not. I don't think it's burnt. I think I just got like disgusted with the LA scene.
Yeah, it gets pretty shitty. Like you wanna. There's no. There is no hangout. Like you can't even you can't get guys to stay, and it makes you not want to stay. Yeah. It makes you want to just go home. But I think like if we were just like, look, this is the mic we know we hang at. This is the place that we go run our shit, and then also shoot the shit and make it an event. God. I think that's very easily done.
I'm just, as I'm thinking, I'm like, fuck, now I'm like, God, Vegas sounds so great. Because I'm like, they got 8 clubs and fucking, like, because I'm thinking about, there's 3 main clubs. You have outskirt clubs, but, you have the Improv, the Store, and Laugh Factory. I was passed at the Laugh Factory. I was a paid regular. They went through, in the course of like 5 years, they probably had 6 different bookers, and all of them except for like the last 2 I was good with. I was getting paid spots and everything. And now Jay Davis is the booker, and I don't get any spots. And I've talked to him about it, and it doesn't do anything. So it's almost like, well, okay, so now I'm not working the Laugh Factory. I'm not in at the Store. And I mean, we'll do one-nighters or off shows, but we're not past it like these places. So it's like, I think that's why I was just like, well, fuck, I'm not making money here in LA anyways. So fuck these clubs. And then you have like Flappers and the Haha, which I love Jack, and I love the Haha, and Flappers. I mean, it's it's not a comics club to hang out. Haha is definitely more of like a hang for comics. The Store is a good place to hang for comics, but it's like, it's impossible to get in there, so I don't fucking know. And so then I think about like Vegas, all the different clubs could hang out with and that I'm good with, and I'm like, oh, all right, well.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't want to pigeonhole you here. You can still go to Vegas, you can still go to and enjoy your big old house, your big lonely house, and your puppy.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, fuck. Well, we'll talk. I mean, when you get out here, we'll look at some shit. Have you given old girl your notice?
Well, no, because I had to change, my mind. So now I'm like, well, if he goes to Vegas, then I still need my spot, and then need to find something else out. So. Yeah, you want to get out of there though, no matter what. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe later. Maybe at a different time.
Yeah, those little hands. Yeah, we can talk about it later. Have you talked to Jackie about it? I mean, just as a friend, you know.
Yeah, I have actually.
You said you talked to her a lot, so I just.
Yeah. I talked to her about her budding relationship with this new guy. Ah,
Interesting.
so.
Kind of like the shoulder for her to cry on when needed. It's good that you're there for her.
Yeah, as one should be in times like these when, there's a disease and there's all kinds of like
Right.
civil unrest and
Oh yeah, I get it.
you don't know where money's coming in because you're, technically unemployed and
Right.
can't really go outside and stuff. It's just nice to have a friend.
I understand.
And that's all.
I mean, yeah, that's what we say.
You're such a shit starter. This is the thing I talk. It's so funny when people are like, "Oh, really? Doesn't she have a? Isn't there a? It's like, can't guys and girls be friends? Can't.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, that's how you and Kelsey started, right? You guys are just
True.
friends.
We did start it just.
How long were you guys together?
8 years.
Oh wow, that's cool. That's quite the friendship.
Yeah, it's been 4 months since the breakup. It's been real tough.
Well, luckily you have a friend like Jackie there.
Fuck. Why did I think you didn't have anything?
Yeah,
I thought you didn't have anything.
All right, let's fucking move on. Yeah. So whenever we do get a place or wherever, where are you wanting to? We talked about Burbank. Sean, I think Sean's actually. I talked to Sean about it, and I think he would prefer. One thing he said he's happy about that you're with All Things Comedy and shit's going on with that. He's like, That's good. I'm glad that's happening. I think
because there's a reason to stay now, whereas before, like there was like breaking up and then going like, well, what am I gonna do next? If I didn't have that, we could go anywhere. Like I could really feel like I could go anywhere. But as of now, like my partner that I work with, he's here. We have a studio and like we're working on all this new shit. And a lot of it is going to be in person. And then if I like moved to New York, I would be kind of shooting myself in the foot, like so.
Do you guys record in studio right now with the outbreak?
We just got our everything tested and everyone's negative. So we went and did like a trial run to see what recording in person is like. God, this sucks.
Why?
Just thinking about how like you still have to go, oh, you guys are recording in person? And you're like, yeah, should we not? Should we not be? Oh my God. It never ends.
I mean, dude, I don't know if you're the same way. It's literally like a daily thing that my whole view and concerns flip. Like like today, I'll read something about they just shut down the bars here in Arizona.
Yeah.
So then you're like, yeah. Well, then I'm just like, fuck, man. This is dude. What if I got it? What a friend of mine, a comic, she's got it. Glory, do you know Glory? God, I'm going to butcher her last name, so I don't even try. She's a comic, though, and she has it, and she posted a video, and she's, like, in it right now. Not like she had it, and she's, like, she was like, talking in, like, like, in pain as she's coughing, and she goes, I didn't really wear my mask diligently. I wore it here and there, but she goes, I don't know where I got it. I might have got it at this restaurant, because they had to shut down because somebody there had it. And she goes, but, for anybody out there saying this isn't a real thing, this is real. She's like probably 30-ish. And she's like, as she's going through it, having trouble breathing and she's coughing. So I watched that. And then I'm like, we're all going to fucking die. We're going to die. Fuck. But then the next day I'll fucking read, oh yeah, I had it. It was nothing. And then I'm like, maybe this isn't a fucking big. I don't know.
No, be careful. Don't do like always wear your mask. I am absolutely astonished at the white people who don't wear their mask and actively go to their local government, the Capitol and the Capitol building and wherever they're holding these meetings, which they shouldn't be doing. So they could say, one old man was like, I would die for that flag. I would die for
Like,
that
yeah,
flag.
you
And you're like,
might.
yeah, you're gonna, because you're dumb. And then one lady said something where she's like, you're gonna have to hold me down and put it on my face. And what's so funny is how like actively they're trying to get COVID. Look, I get tired and one day found myself wishing I had it. Just like somebody give it to me, cough into my ice cream and just give it to me. So I can now know I have it. And then I can sit for 14 days. And if I die, he dies. But if I make it out, okay, cool. Now I'm immune and I know
Yeah,
that.
dude. That's what I think actually it might have been Tiffany was telling me about this. I think it's in Europe. They're giving it to people. They're paying them like $5,000. Let us give it to you and study you. And I'm like, yeah, but what if you're one of those ones that dies from it? I'm like, cool. I can apply that 5,000 to my burial, like my mother. But yeah,
Who didn't have COVID.
yeah, no.
Just remember, she didn't
No.
have COVID. She owed money to people.
Yeah, his name was COVID. No, but it's like some days I think it's not real, like you're in Kelsey's relationship, and then sometimes
Shit.
I think maybe it is. I'm like maybe there is something there, like you and Jackie. You know, I don't know.
You're such a cunt.
Dude, I actually had that about 2 or 3 minutes ago. I was like, just wait for it. Just bring it back.
I'll have it. And I like how you do this. You have this way about you, the way you talk, where you're like, oh, he's being sincere. Like Jay, I'm sure that's why you play poker all the time. Because people are like, oh, he's obviously not bluffing.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh, no, he's full of shit. Always full of shit.
And why do I never see it? I mean, that's not true. Sometimes I see it a mile away, but other days I'm like, oh, Jay's he's being uncharacteristically pleasant and okay, never mind.
That's when I do the Kane, did you that thing I tagged you in when I was doing the voice, the people on the phone.
Waiting. Yeah, we got to talk about that too real quick because for everybody who listens to this show, we can get to that at the end, but just hang up on somebody and that's how you know what, we'll just talk about it now. That's how you know you've found somebody that you can have like a long-lasting friendship with, or if you can do it to your girl or your boyfriend, that's how you know you found somebody special, is if you set them up for a story and then as they're like a sentence in, you just hang